afternoon to all of you. Respected Director of this center, Professor Premnarayan Singh ji, who happens to be my elder brother, previous speaker, and dear colleagues. We will discuss a very relevant topic, significant topic. But for my benefit, if you don't mind, a quick introduction will help me, and so that we will be having a connect with each other in the longer run of the course. So, सिंह साहब थोड़ा अलाउ कर रहे हैं कि मैं एक मिनट परिचय जान लूँ सबका, then we will. Sir. But just quickly, just your name and place. That's all. You are college principal, leading your college in a wonderful way. That I know. Yeah.
I am Dr.
From Lidu. Okay.
Dr. S.K. Sokia, Principal, DSS, Assam, Lidu.
Thank you.
Dr. Kripa Upadhyay from Lidu College, Assam.
From
Lidu College.
Okay.
Sir, Kiran Hazarika, BC,
Ah.
Misra College, Principal, Guwahati Kumar Schools, Assam.
Okay.
Elendua Bedrua, Kamru College, Samota Nagori, Assam.
Dr. Surajit Tia, Principal, Nasimul Assam.
From where? Assam. So Assam is sitting with Assam. Assam is not sitting with other Northeast. Okay.
Namaskar, Dr. Kumar Principal, LTK College, Lakhimpur, Assam.
सर के दोस्त होंगे, आप उनके साथ ही बैठे हैं.
Dr. Surajit Tia, LTK College, Assam.
Indrajit Bedrua, Samuguri College, Assam.
Written Sundaras, Dr. Virin Kumar Borba College, Prodham, Nagaon, Assam.
Assam.
So me? Sir, I'm doing an internship at Shiksha
Internship?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
I'm an intern.
Okay.
Sir, myself Dr. Rachna Vishkarma. I'm not a participant. I belong to this institution itself.
Okay.
Prakash Sharma, Assam.
From Assam.
Hemant Sharma, Principal, Lakhimpur College, Kamru, Assam.
Varun Bora, Udali College, Assam.
Okay.
Kumar Sharma, Principal, Government Mahavidyalaya, Kamru, Assam.
Assam.
Prasanth Mary, Principal, Kangla College, BTR.
Luke Doimari, Principal, Udalguri College, BTR, Assam.
Dharam Sumukari, Principal, Nas College.
Shri Vishwas, Principal, Bilaspura. Dr. Rajesh Dev Burman, Department of Commerce, Borla University, Assam.
सर इधर ही आ जाइए ना, सारा आसाम तो इधर है.
Sir, R.P. Singh from Assam, Sapatgram College.
Okay.
Vishnu Sir Gaurit from Jeffrey University, Assam.
नमस्कार सर, डॉक्टर अरुण चतुर्वेदी, पिथौरा रोड, उत्तराखंड.
इतना दूर थोड़ा सा क्या उधर लग रहा है कि वो अच्छा व्यू है उधर से. Okay.
Lokesh Siddhar, Jalandhar Vishwavidyalaya, New Delhi.
Sundarsava from Southeast Manipur.
From where? This is also Assam.
No,
Manipur. Manipur. Okay. From Manipur. मैं आप आसाम वालों के साथ नहीं बैठूंगी. मणिपुर की अलग ही रहेगी. I'm just joking. Sometimes मणिपुर. आपका तो हो गया. Yes.
Sudham Derna, Principal, Netaji Subhash Mahavidyalaya, Tripura.
त्रिपुरा. Okay.
Abhijit Sarkar, Principal, Government Degree College, Tripura.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay.
Myself, Suresh Dutta, Principal of OPD College, Lakhimpur, Assam.
Assam. Okay. Yeah, please.
Dr. V.K. Pal, Principal, JTC, Tilavuda,
Tripura. So thank you so much. So we have friends from Assam, from Manipur, from Tripura, from Uttarakhand. Now knowing so many new friends. So now I am very much happy and I am looking forward to visit Assam, Tripura and Manipur. So friends, we are going to discuss a very relevant and significant topic. And but we have to think why this topic is quite important, quite significant. But why this topic is important for you, for a college principal? And nowadays we are hearing a term G20. So you are thinking, okay, this G20 meeting is happening. So what is the connection between G20 and a college principal sitting in Assam, Tripura, Manipur, or Uttarakhand? So we are going to have a look what is the G20 and how a college principal is coming into picture. आपके मन में ये बात आती होगी कि भाई G20 है, ठीक है, this G20 meeting is taking place. So what is the G20 and then how, what is the connection between a college principal or a college with the G20? So before I begin, I have a small presentation with me, and later if you think so, I can share this presentation. But before that, I am eager to hear your thoughts and views about G20, because from last 3-4 months, 2-3 months, we are hearing a lot about G20 in electronic media and social media and print media. Every day there is some news about G20. So, कुछ idea आपको कि क्या है G20 and what is the connection between G20 and this education? Feel free to share. We are here to share. I am not here to give a lecture and to go back. I am here to learn from you. थोड़ा सा हम लोग मिलके जानेंगे. No issue.
It's a conflict of 20 countries, developing countries, and European Union. Countries like the Brazil, Germany, then again we have the Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Malaysia.
Okay, that's fine. And
So basically it's the sharing of knowledge globally.
sharing of knowledge. Okay. We will take that.
Sir, for quality and inclusive education,
Quality and inclusive education. That can be
Sustainable development.
sustainable development. That-
Global economy, climate change.
So you are guessing, sir. What is it okay?
so one earth, one family, that slogan is also there.
One, yes. That slogan is there. That slogan is there.
Another-
Okay.
Another one, financial regulation.
So you are seeing to sir, financial regulation.
It's a group of 20 countries, actually 19 countries and one European Union, 20 fascists.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anyone here? Yeah. Yes. I will come to you.
Fostering global economy improvement is where India has to play its role as global Vishwaguru.
Okay.
As under the presidency of India.
Yeah, that's fine. This is very sure.
So it's a multilateral agreement between various countries to take care of the global economy, but there are, as far as the Indian perspective is concerned, there are multiple engagement groups, like C20, U20, Women 20. So multiple engagement groups, I think that is where the role of academic institutes come into the picture. That's my take on it.
Okay. So friends, okay, you have some understanding about G20. So we will talk about G20, and then the most important significant question is, सर जब आपका काम पूरा होगा आई विल स्पीक ओनली दैट. But the most important thing is G20 is happening for a broader spectrum. But my question is, my focus is why we are talking about G20 in this leadership capacity building program. So of course we will discuss G20 and then how education comes in G20 and then how you people are part of G20. So I have a small presentation, and as promised, if you say, I will share this presentation with you. So let's see. Of course, one of our colleagues said, and I agree, of course the name is G20. So who are G20 members countries? Let's have a look. Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, European Union, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Republic of Korea, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, United Kingdom, and United States of America. These 20 are member countries of G20, and that's why the name G20 is. So these 20 countries part of this G20 forum, and every year presidency of this G20 members countries goes to any of these countries. And this year India is having presidency. So next year the presidency will be going to someone else. Then in addition to this, in this time, India invited 9 countries. So these are 9 invited countries. So if you will add 20 plus 9, 29 countries, and the invited countries include Bangladesh, Egypt, Mauritius, Netherlands, Nigeria, Oman, Singapore, Spain, and United Arab Emirates. So these are 9 invited countries. So 20 member countries, 9 invited countries. Maybe next year the presidency will invite some other countries, but the 20 countries will remain same. In addition to this, a number of international organizations are also part of this G20 meeting. And like you can see a long list: UNESCO, UNICEF, OECD, World Bank, WTO, WHO, IMF, ILO, Asian, African. So a long list of international organizations. So you can see the first thing is that G20 is a forum of 20 countries. This time India is having a presidency of, this presidency is for 1 year, and in it, India invited 9 other countries and several international organizations. Why G20 is important? There are very many forums, like you have heard the name G7. So why G20 is important? Why so much focus on G20 countries? You can see G20 countries represent 85% of the global GDP. The global GDP 85% share comes to G20 countries. And 75% of international trade and 2/3 of the world population is in G20 countries. So 85% of global GDP, 75% of international trade, and 2/3 of the world population. So in a way you can see this year India is having a chance to contribute to global GDP, international trade, and India can come up with, help member countries to come up with policies affecting 2/3 of the world population. In G20 countries, there are very many talks. As some colleague was saying, and I agree, there are business talks, there are environmental talks, there are many issues, economical issues, technological issues. From 2018 onwards, education has been also included in G20 deliberations. 18 से पहले नहीं था. 18 के बाद से 18 से शुरू हुआ. Education has been also included as a part of G20 deliberations. And what they do, they have education working group. So this time there are 4 education working group meetings. The first was held in February in Chennai. The second held in Amritsar, Punjab. The third will be held in 25th and to 26th April in Bhubaneswar. The fourth will be in June in Pune, and followed by a G20 education ministers meeting on 22nd June, where all the education ministers from all the countries, member countries will be there, and I hope they will come up with a declaration, a statement. This will be held in Pune, and the last and mega event will be on 9th and 10th September 2023 in New Delhi, where all the heads of the states of the member countries will assemble. So this is the chronology. So now we know that there are 20 countries. They have a forum named G20. This G20 every year meeting in some country, and this year India is having this presidency. And in G20 there is one track that is known as Education Working Group. So this year the plan is have 4 education working group meetings. 2 have already taken place, 2 will take place in future, followed by a education ministers meeting, and followed by a a meeting where everything will be discussed, heads of state, that will be in New Delhi, 9th and 10th September. So it is clear? Now this G20 is clear to you, friends, colleagues? It is clear? You were having this clarity. I hope now some more clarity is coming to you. Let's have a look. Role of the G20 Education Working Group. I said earlier there was deliberation about education, but education as a special track, education as a specific track was included, and in 2018 when there was Argentine presidency, the education was included as a separate track. And then what is education working group? And since Argentine presidency, every year there are education working group meetings. So what is the purpose, what is the focus of education working group? Provides opportunity to reflect on identified priority issues. In education sector, every year priority changes. Like during COVID time, the priority was how to provide education to those who cannot come to campus because campuses were closed. So priority was different. Now priority is something different, and maybe after 2-3 years, priority will be different. So priority issues, identification of issues and formulation of strategies for addressing these issues. तो ये एजुकेशन वर्किंग ग्रुप करता क्या है कि क्या इश्यू है और उसका समाधान क्या है, समस्या क्या है, समाधान क्या है, इस पे विचार करता है. The second is education working group represents a forum for the G20 members to share their strategies, initiatives and best practices. This is very important. This is a forum to share their strategies, initiatives and best practices. Like tomorrow you are having a session where 4 college principals sharing their best practices. So like you people are sitting here sharing Manipur, Tripura, Uttarakhand, they are sitting together sharing their best practices. G20 education ministers, education working groups also share their strategies, their initiatives and best practices, and based on this they compile a report. And why they do this? To ensure inclusive and equitable quality education for all. This is a very small statement, very simple statement consisting 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 words. But this is a very difficult statement to achieve. To ensure inclusive, equitable, quality education. और मैं हमेशा कहता हूं कि किसी भी एजुकेशनल लीडर के कमरे में ये 3 शब्द होने चाहिए: इंक्लूसिव, इक्विटेबल एंड क्वालिटी. समटाइम वी कॉल एक्सेस, इक्विटी एंड क्वालिटी. ज्यादा तक लोगों तक पहुंचे, समानता के साथ पहुंचे और गुणवत्ता के साथ पहुंचे. समटाइम वी कॉल दिस इज एन इल्यूसिव ट्रायंगल टू अचीव एक्सेस, इक्विटी एंड क्वालिटी. So they come together, they discuss, they have different modus operandi to discuss, but they discuss and the ultimate purpose is having inclusive, equitable, quality education in all member countries. All member countries including G20. So it's okay. So this is the modus operandi, and every year there are different education working group meetings. This is not that only this time education working group meeting. Next year some other country will acquire this presidency, there will be other education working group meetings. So this year there are 4 education working group meetings. 2 have already taken place and 2 will take place. And they have decided priority areas. Look, what were the priority areas earlier, and then I will come to the what is the priority area this year. So when there was Argentine presidency, the priority area was when there was Argentine presidency. Just pay attention to this. Now you are coming into the picture. So far you were not in the picture, but now you are coming to the picture. Why? When in 18, the priority area was education and skills, financing education and international cooperation. So you can see the shift. 2018 में जोड़ था एजुकेशन, शिक्षा, कौशल, शिक्षा को वित्त कैसे दिया जाए एंड अंतरराष्ट्रीय सहयोग. दिस वाज द फोकस ड्यूरिंग अर्जेंटीन प्रेसिडेंसी. In 2000, equitable access to quality early childhood education and internationalization in education. Equitable access to quality early childhood education and internationalization. यानी उच्च स्तर जो प्रारंभिक स्तर पर है वहां पर गुणवत्तापूर्ण शिक्षा कैसे मिले और शिक्षा का अंतरराष्ट्रीयकरण. ये प्रायोरिटी एजेंडा था सऊदी अरेबिया प्रेसिडेंसी 2020. Then the third is Italian presidency in 2021. The priority was, because we were witnessing COVID pandemic, the priority was blended teaching and learning, educational poverty, global cooperation and commitments. And in 2020, Indonesian presidency, the focus was universal quality education, digital technologies in education, solidarity and partnership and the future of work post-COVID. So you can see in 2018, in 2020, in 2021, in 2022, their priorities were different. And of course in 2023, when India is having this presidency, the priorities are different. So any idea what are the priorities now? अभी क्या प्रायोरिटी है? कुछ आइडिया? Any idea? Any guess? Okay. So we will discuss. We'll just wait. This is coming so that. So any questions so far? Slowly I am bringing you into picture, and then after one or two slides you will be in the picture. I think. Okay. So this year. One, two, three, four. What are these priority areas? The first is ensuring, they also call it themes. So this year there are 4 themes or 4 priority areas. Priority area number 1, ensuring a foundational literacy and numeracy, especially in the context of blended learning. Ensuring foundational literacy and numeracy, especially in the context of blended learning. First area. Second priority area, making tech-enabled learning more inclusive, qualitative and collaborative at every level. Second priority area. Third priority area, building capacities, promoting lifelong learning in context of future of work. And the fourth priority area is strengthening research and promoting innovation through richer collaboration. अब मैं एक छोटा सा सवाल आपसे पूछता हूँ. Among these priority areas, आपका कॉलेज कहाँ आता है इसमें? Where your college is? These are priority areas for education working group meetings. These are priority areas for education ministers meeting, and maybe these are priority areas when heads of states meeting together. So where a college from Assam or Manipur or Tripura is coming into picture. इन 4 priority area में आपका कॉलेज कहाँ है? What is the link between your college and these 4 priority areas? Second one, okay. Third one. Fourth one. Okay. Anyone else? आप कह सकते हैं कि ये तो प्रायोरिटी एरिया एजुकेशन वर्किंग ग्रुप के हैं. मेरा यूजी कॉलेज या पीजी कॉलेज इस पे क्या करेगा? यस, यू हैव राइटली पॉइंटेड आउट. दूसरा एरिया भी आपके लिए है, तीसरा एरिया भी आपके लिए है, और जो इनपुट है वो आपसे ही मिलेगा. एंड बेसिकली द पर्पज इज when education G20 members are talking, when G20 education ministers are talking, when G20 education working groups are talking, आप भी सोचें कि आपके कॉलेज में मैं इस एरिया में क्या कर सकता हूँ, and maybe you are already doing something related to that area. So what I have decided that we will discuss priority area 2, priority area 3 and priority area 4. If you are interested, we can also discuss priority area 1, no issue. But we will focus more on priority 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then we will discuss what your college is doing, and we will also discuss what your college can go for. It's okay? So this is okay. Any questions so far? I am putting before you a picture, and slowly I am zooming in so that we are bringing your college into picture. So let's have. I am starting with priority area 2, and this priority area is using the word tech-enabled learning. What do you mean by tech-enabled learning?
Technology that enables the learning.
Use of ICT.
Sir, what is technology?
Technology tools, which are available for communication, learning. This is
Okay. Anybody else? What is tech-enabled learning? Because the key focus of this priority area is tech-enabled learning. Sir.
Collaboration, creating the content based using technology, on a platform where a teaching learning ecosystem is available, assessment is available, and then the third system will be basically dissemination of certificates on that. Broadly these three categories.
Okay, it's very good. Anyone else? Sir, we have to discuss. I am not here to give any lecture to you. G20 I talked a bit because you were not so aware. So that was. But now this is your domain. Okay, let me ask another simple question. We will deliberate. What is learning? A very simple question. What is learning? Because you are daily, day in and day out, teaching learning in your campuses, and you are making lot of efforts. So what is the simplest definition of learning? There are very many definitions of learning.
Learning is the knowledge of activities, habits and activities.
Knowledge of?
Habits and activities.
Okay. Many meanings. There is no. I agree. There is no universal definition of learning. I have written a book that so I can claim there is no universal. But what is the most popular and simple definition?
To know something to everything.
सर बहुत बढ़िया परिभाषा लेके आए आप.
Relatively change in behavior. Relatively change in performance.
Relatively, sir, is correct in a way. This I am not saying that this is a perfect definition. There is no perfect definition of learning so far. Everybody sees learning from his or her own perspective. और सब अपने अपनी तरीके से सीखते हैं. मतलब वो a very popular definition is relatively permanent change in behavior. The word is relatively and permanent is very. And then sometimes people also say relatively permanent change in behavior that is helpful for personal development or for society. So sometimes because sometimes the change in behavior, but this change in behavior is not good for me or not good for society. So there is a rider. So relatively permanent change in behavior, मैंने अभी कुछ सीखा और अभी भूल गया, there is no learning. And sorry to say, this is a 5 days capacity building program. The success of this capacity building program will be 4 दिन बाद आपने सर्टिफिकेट लिया, उससे इसकी सक्सेस नहीं है. Sorry to say, you are very senior people. सक्सेस ये है आपने से यहाँ से कोई एक या दो चीज ले जाके अपने कॉलेज में इम्प्लीमेंट की. This is the success of this program. So you are bringing a knowledge where you are changing your own behavior and you are also helping others to change their behavior. So learning is basically a relatively permanent change in behavior with an intention to good and using technology for that. और अभी तक चेंज इन बिहेवियर का काम कौन करता रहा है? अभी तक किसकी मोनोपोली रही है इस बिजनेस पे? हमारी तो रही है मोनोपोली। और आने वाले समय में किसकी मोनोपोली रहेगी?
टेक्नोलॉजी।
आने वाले समय में भी सर चिंता मत करिए, हमारी ही रहेगी। बट वी हैव टू बी अवेयर, वी हैव टू अपडेट आवरसेल्फ। ये मैं जरूर कॉशियस आपको कहूंगा। आने वाले समय में नो नीड टू डरना नहीं है। कई बार समटाइम पीपल से टेक्नोलॉजी इज कमिंग एंड नाउ देयर इज ए न्यू टूल चैट जीपीटी, और सब लोग बहुत घबराए हुए हैं द होल बिजनेस। बट डोंट वरी, द सेम थ्रेट वाज व्हेन अर्लियर। आपको मालूम है सबसे पहले टेक्नोलॉजी कौन सी आई जब हम लोगों को चिंता होने लगी? तो पहली बार हमें लगा कि शिक्षक का अस्तित्व खतरे में है, टीचर इज इन डेंजर, आवर मोनोपोली इज गोइंग अवे। The first tool was printing machine, then loudspeaker came, then radio came, then television, then computer internet enabled computer, then mobile phone, then internet enabled mobile phone, then social media platform, then 2G, 3G, 5G, 4G, 6G, so many. Nowadays, today I was reading the 6, now 6G is also coming. तो जब भी कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी आई, लोगों ने यही कहा कि अब शिक्षक बचने वाला नहीं है, लेकिन शिक्षक तो रहेगा। सो टेक्नोलॉजी इज enabled learning is not a threat to us. Technology is here to support us. So the first is how we teachers, how our education system, how your college is using technology to promote learning among your learners. और सर आप लोगों को तो बहुत अनुभव है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है, मे बी आई एम रॉन्ग, कि हमारे कॉलेजेस में, हमारे एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन में सब कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है, लेकिन जो चीज़ कम हो रही है वो क्या है? सर आप बोलो, मैं थोड़ा बोलूँगा, आप कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल हो, बोल सकते हो। जो कम हो रहा है दैट इज लर्निंग। अनफॉर्चुनेट थिंग इज रिसोर्सेज आर ग्रोइंग, टेक्नोलॉजीज आर ग्रोइंग, बट लर्निंग इज लर्निंग यानी मैकेनिकल नहीं कि मैंने एग्जामिनेशन में पास लिख दिया, मैं पास हो गया, आई गॉट वेरी गुड मार्क्स, गुड ग्रेड्स। नो, दिस इज नॉट लर्निंग। रिलेटिवली परमानेंट चेंज इन बिहेवियर, this is a worry for you, this is a worry for us, this is a worry for everybody, because India is still a nation of youths and we are talking about demographic dividend. तो demographic dividend तो सर कभी मिलेगा ना जब लर्निंग होगी नहीं तो demographic dividend नहीं मिलेगा. So making tech enabled learning, so now we are eyeing that this technology can help us promoting learning in our classrooms. मोर इंक्लूसिव, देखिए इसके साथ उन्होंने कई चीजें जोड़ी है, उस पर ध्यान दीजिए. मोर इंक्लूसिव, क्वालिटेटिव एंड कोलैबोरेटिव, देयर आर थ्री की टर्म्स इन प्रायोरिटी एरिया. इंक्लूसिव का मतलब हुआ, व्हाट डू मीन व्हेन दिस प्रायोरिटी एरिया इज टॉकिंग अबाउट इंक्लूसिव, व्हाट डज इट मीन बाय इंक्लूसिव? इंक्लूसिव का मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि किसी एक सेक्शन को मिल जाए, किसी दूसरे को नहीं मिले. नाउ वी आर आल्सो हैविंग डिजिटल डिवाइड. हाँ, वो भी है सर. इंक्लूसिव में एक्सेस भी आएगा. क्वालिटेटिव, देखिए क्वालिटी शब्द आपका पीछा छोड़ने वाला नहीं. इफ यू आर ए कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल इन इंडिया, तीन शब्द तो आपके आगे पीछे चक्कर लगाते रहेंगे: एक्सेस, इक्विटी एंड क्वालिटी. इनसे आपका पीछा छोड़ने वाला नहीं. आप सोचेंगे कि ये कॉन्फ्रेंस आईयूसीटी से करके गए तो आपका पीछा छूटेगा. सर जब तक कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल रहेंगे ये पीछा छूटने वाला नहीं है. ये तीन टर्म तो आपको रोज डील करने पड़ेंगे. सो क्वालिटेटिव, एंड द वेरी गुड थिंग अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी इज इट हेल्प अस इन कोलैबोरेशन. Technology has emerged as a tool where we can collaborate. So making tech-enabled learning, so it means this priority area is realizing that yes, we have started using tech-enabled learning, but now there is a time to make it more inclusive, make it more qualitative and collaborative at every level. And every level means school education and higher education. So I have jotted down few points, but before that I am coming to you. That will be more participatory discussion. कि आप अपने कॉलेज में क्या सोचते हैं कि ऐसा काम कैसे कर सकते हैं, उसके लिए आपको क्या लगता है क्या करना चाहिए? व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दिस? सर थोड़ा अपने पड़ोस वालों से डिस्कस करके बताइए क्या करेंगे अपने कॉलेज में प्रायोरिटी एरिया टू आपके कॉलेज में कुछ कुछ नजर आने लगे। अकेले मत सोचिए सर, डोंट थिंक अलोन। जहां तो मौका है अपने साथी से पूछ लीजिए, और आसाम तो आसाम के पास बैठा है, त्रिपुरा के पास बैठा है, तो सोचने में भी आसानी है। अगर मैं ये वर्कशॉप कर रहा होता मैं आपको आसाम को कभी आसाम के साथ बैठने नहीं देता, यहाँ वहां बैठेंगे आप। आई ऑलवेज से कि यही तो एक ऐसी जगह है जब हम दूसरों के साथ बैठ सकते हैं। So it's okay, sir. Just on a lighter side. So just think and give some input, and then I will also share my input. Give and take. You are giving your input, then I am giving you my input. You are not giving your input. तब क्या करूँगा मैं सर? मैं भी चला जाऊँगा इधर से। मेरा शाम को फ्लाइट है।
Quality education.
एमयू नहीं, अच्छा आपका ये सर किसके साथ करेंगे एमयू?
नीड बेस्ड होगा सर।
करेंगे किसके साथ?
इंडस्ट्रीज के साथ करेंगे, लोकल बॉडीज के साथ।
ओके। फॉर टेक इनेबल्ड लर्निंग
ये डिपेंड करता है कि क्या करेंगे हो जाता है। इफ इट इज फॉर द सेक ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स वी कैन डू
ओके, दैट कैन बी
Sir, UGC has come with a regulation for online learning. So we as a university are now working on the online programs. This is in very advanced stages. So we will launch a course because our intake is limited because of the infrastructure issues. So to align with the NEP, how do we make our resources, the faculty strength of our university, accessible, inclusive, and quality is obviously there because best of people are there. So how do we make it more accessible to people outside? So that's how we're working with the online programs.
Okay, that can be. Anybody else?
Quality assurance is not easy.
I agree.
That will be a great challenge for us. However, for tech-enabled learning, we can involve young people even to teach us. You forget about
Yes.
this thing. But students can give us more learning lessons to us. So we can involve them in a collaborative manner where we can work up to take their talent also, appreciate. That will be, that is why every level has been inclusive, every level has been given as such as a term.
I fully endorse you, sir. I fully endorse you. It's a wonderful suggestion. What? Blended mode, okay. Okay, so I thought I've given a thought, bringing some point before you, but let me repeat it very clearly. ये प्रायोरिटी एरिया आपको कॉलेज में कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, दिस इज योर टेक, एंड नो नीड टू, इफ समबडी इज सेइंग समथिंग यू आर नॉट बाउंड टू डू दैट, बट दिस इज अ प्रायोरिटी एरिया एंड दिस इज अ टाइमली एरिया आल्सो, बिकॉज टेक इनेबल्ड लर्निंग इज इमर्जिंग. Before COVID, we were only preaching technology. But after COVID, we have started practicing technology. I can very well recall in 2016, I have written an article. And that article was published in University News. And in this article, I have given several suggestions that how UGC can use technology for betterment of functioning. And one suggestion was UGC can go for online meeting. Because in many UGC meetings, several experts are unable to participate, and so if they are participating, lot of expenses. But in 2016, nobody was hearing that, and nowadays, whenever I am sending any invitation to anyone, the person is asking, "आपने link भेज दिया क्या?" So I have to remind, sir, this time this is face-to-face mode. You have to visit to it. So now, 2016, I was saying something, nobody was. So that time we were preaching. And now we are practicing, so this is a good development. So in your college, of course you are already using technology, tech-enabled learning, but what you can do to make it further more impactful? I have jotted down few suggestions. It's up to you. I am discussing these one by one. It's up to you whether how you are implementing this and how you are bringing this to your college. my first, or I can think, I think in this way. First is you have to really think whether technology-enabled learning is really coming to your classrooms. Yes, you can say हमारे तो सारे स्टूडेंट मोबाइल यूज करते हैं, हमारे तो सारे स्टूडेंट कंप्यूटर लैपटॉप है, we have a wonderful computer lab. Our college is having a learning management system. Of course, I agree. But when I am talking bringing tech-enabled learning in classroom, this is still not happening. टेक्नोलॉजी अभी जैसी आनी चाहिए वैसी हमारे क्लासरूम में नहीं आई है, जिस तरह से आनी चाहिए. You have heard the term flipped learning? Flipped learning is nothing. अभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं? अभी जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वही हम लोग वहाँ भी करते हैं. मैं एक प्रेजेंटेशन के साथ आया और आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ. फ्लिप्ड लर्निंग कब होती? मैं इसी प्रेजेंटेशन को आपको कल भेज देता या 2 दिन पहले भेज देता. आप इस प्रेजेंटेशन को पढ़ के आते, अपने कुछ नोट्स बना के लाते, एंड स्ट्रेट अवे इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ माय सेशन वी आर डिस्कसिंग. हम ये कर सकते हैं. सो फ्लिप्ड लर्निंग इज नथिंग. फ्लिप्ड लर्निंग इज यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी, व्हाट टेक्नोलॉजी कैन डू in a better way, providing information, sharing information, and using our classroom time for meaningful discussions. हमारे यहाँ सर आप लोग एग्री करेंगे, ऐसा मीनिंगफुल डिस्कशन नहीं होता. टीचर इज merely focusing on passing on information that he or she has. हम लोग 40-45 मिनट एक बढ़िया सा व्याख्यान देते हैं और चले जाते हैं. अवर जॉब इज ओवर, आज की सैलरी हमारी हो गई, कल का सुबह निकलेगा तो फिर कल फिर करेंगे. सो are we really bringing technology into our classroom? I am bringing, every day I am bringing my mobile in my class, but whether I am using that mobile for teaching learning in a right way. Sometimes people say आज के बच्चे टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत यूज करते हैं. I agree, but my counter question is, are they really using technology for learning? They are using for entertainment, even they are using for social learning, but are they using technology for holistic learning? So this is still a challenge. As a college principal, you have to devise your ways, sir. I cannot give you a specific quick fix solutions, but just think after going back, sit with your colleagues and think how we can really bring technology enabled learning in your classroom. And if your colleagues are saying, yes, we have already introduced, then fine. If not, then just think. So this is point number 1. The second is facilitating acquisition of digital skills and literacy. Digital skill is one of the most sought skill of 21st century. So facilitating, of course, we are lucky in a way that sir was saying our learners are quite good, quite proficient user of digital skills. We have to guide them, we have to counsel them that how they can use these digital skills for betterment of learning outcome, for achieving learning outcome. So you can facilitate them, and if they are already aware about, if they are already having digital skills, then fine. If not, then you have to teach them, you have to find ways how your college can make them aware about digital skills and literacy. Now the third biggest challenge is, and I am sure that this challenge will be in Northeast and in any part of country, there still exists a digital divide. फोन नहीं है घर में, एक ही फोन है, इंटरनेट नहीं है, पैसे नहीं है. This digital divide is still exists. And if there is a digital divide, inclusive तो नहीं कर सकते हम. So that's why some colleges what they are doing. कुछ colleges बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं. So they have 3-4 laptops. So sometimes they give loan पे दे देते हैं स्टूडेंट को कि भाई ये आप काम कर लीजिए. Sometimes they encourage, आपके पास लैपटॉप है, आप दूसरे साथी को मदद करने के लिए दीजिए. So you can see how your college can work upon to bridging this digital divide. Although I know you as college principal, you have to do so many tasks. और आपको तो अकाउंट का भी बहुत हिसाब किताब रखना पड़ेगा, प्रीवियस स्पीकर बनते हैं. But you have to think how your college can come up with local solution, homemade solution to cut down this digital divide. This you have to think. बिल्डिंग डिजिटल लर्निंग इकोसिस्टम। अभी भी भारत में बहुत सारे लोग ये सोचते हैं कि मैंने व्हाट्सएप से नोट्स भेज दिए, 2 कंटेंट अपलोड कर दिए, 2 पावर पॉइंट बना दिए, दिस इज ए digital learning ecosystem. No, digital learning ecosystem is a very broad term. If I have to explain, I will take more than half an hour to explain this. So you have to think, and I am not saying आप कॉलेज में जाते ही सब कुछ बदल दीजिए, but at least you can think about, you can discuss with your colleagues that how we can bring a digital ecosystem in our college. आपके कॉलेज में कोई टेक्नोलॉजी पॉलिसी है क्या? आपके किसी कॉलेज में किसी ने बनाई ऐसी पॉलिसी? आईसीटी पॉलिसी करके हो, टेक्नोलॉजी पॉलिसी हो, डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी पॉलिसी हो।
सर पॉलिसी तो तब आएगा ना जब फाइनेंस सपोर्ट करेगा।
सर वो छोड़ दो, आप वो शिकायत मत करो। शिकायत तो मेरे पास भी बहुत है, आप जितनी करते हो मैं उससे ज़्यादा हम लोग भी करते हैं। मैं तो सिंपल सरल पूछता हूँ, आप एक टेक्नोलॉजी पॉलिसी बना सकते हो अपने कॉलेज की। द गुड थिंग अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी इज हमें बहुत फिनांस की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बट वी नीड पॉलिसीज एंड बिल टू इम्प्लीमेंट सर। दिस आई कैन से एंड आई कैन प्रूव। मैं लेक्चर के बाद भी रुकूंगा, आप उससे बहस भी कर सकते हो। मैं जो भी सॉल्यूशन देता हूँ उसमें पैसा रखता ही नहीं, क्योंकि मुझे मालूम है नाउ डेज इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट रिसोर्सेज, मनी। बट टेक्नोलॉजी पॉलिसी आप सर अपनी बना सकते हो, उसमें पैसे की ज़रूरत नहीं है। टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कैसे होगी, कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी यूज होगी, कहाँ से मिलेगी, कौन लाएगा, फायदा क्या होगा। खाली शेक फॉर टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं और हमारा एम क्या है टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करने के बाद? पॉलिसी में इस सब का जिक्र होगा। आपको क्या लगता है सर, कैन वी मेक दिस पॉलिसी और इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू हैव दिस पॉलिसी? वी कैन मेक दैट सर, इट्स अप टू यू। आपको लगता है these 3-4 points are valid for my college, put this. आपको नहीं लगता सर? यू वुड लाइक टू से समथिंग?
हाँ, हम लोग कॉलेज में है सर,
हाई पॉलिसी है।
हम ये टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ किया है, जो स्टूडेंट इलेक्शन हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी से किया है। और जो क्लासरूम अटेंडेंस मे बी इट इज आल्सो
क्लासरूम अटेंडेंस इज सर वन पार्ट, एडमिशन इज वन पार्ट।
नो
वो भी ले सकते हैं।
नो नो एडमिशन, जनरल एडमिशन तो होता है सर,
हाँ।
सब कॉलेज में होता है। लेकिन हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी अभी और कुछ कोशिश कर रहा है। हम लोग पॉलिसी बनाए, ICT हम लोग का कमिटी भी है एक्स्ट्रा, तो इसीलिए हम लोग इलेक्शन भी करता है। अभी फर्स्ट टाइम हम लोग इंडिया टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में आया नहीं, तो हम लोग को इंडिया फर्स्ट है। और जो क्लासरूम में अटेंडेंस सिस्टम, स्टूडेंट अटेंडेंस सिस्टम सब हम लोग किया।
Sir, yes. So if you are having, and just think that okay, policy for governance as well as policy for promotion of teaching and learning, that is very important. You can make a policy together. आप मिलके भी बना सकते हैं. No need to make individual policy. You can also make 10 कॉलेज मिलके भी एक पॉलिसी आपस में बना सकते हैं. But why I am talking about policy? Policy है तुम्हारा, my vision is clear. Sir, policy होगा तो पैसा भी मांग सकते हो. Sir, this is my policy. And you are going to a funding agency, वो कहती पैसा क्यों चाहिए? This is my policy and I need funding for implementation of policy. So this will also support you to acquire funding. Sir, you would like to say something? Yeah.
Sir, this is possible. The only thing is that we need to evolve the kind of dedicated group of teachers at first.
That I agree, sir. That I agree.
Giving some sort of guidelines.
Yeah.
I don't know about the college teachers. What is happening is that in the classroom, almost in all the northeastern universities and colleges, we are running and claiming that we have completed the syllabus, exam can be conducted. But we never use technology in the right manner and spirit. That is where some sort of guiding principle is required.
Yeah.
We can even ask the student to prepare their own material from web sources. Only thing is that we have to review, and our counterparts should check. The evaluation and assessment part can only give us the picture of learning outcomes. This is where some kind of concrete, if not concrete, some sort of guidelines may be required.
Thank you, sir. So you are on the right track. So I am just suggesting your college can come up a policy, 1-page policy, half-page policy, 2-page policy, 3 points, 4 points, it's up to you. But once of my policies, the policies on the table, policies with all the teachers, policies with the learners, then tech-enabled learning will move in a right direction, that I can say. And unfortunately, we lack policy. And never think that the government of India, any apex body will say, because the apex body is giving any policy, this is more a generic policy. So I am not recommending for that generic policy, sir. I am recommending an institution-specific policy, because realities in your institution may be different from the realities in a different institution. So you can think, you can come up with policy, and if any support or help is needed from us, we will be very much happy to help you.
Sir, if we are going to bring this policy, suppose,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
college is located purely in a rural area.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, now, I am facing this problem.
Yes.
The digital divide, is digital literacy. I am facing this.
Yes.
So, this is the challenge.
Oh, yes.
I am facing.
Yes.
So, can you suggest so how to overcome, how to be a part of this policy? How can it be implemented?
Sir, you have two questions. Suppose, and this I am linking this to. It's a very good question. Digital divide. First, you have to identify what type of digital divide your students are facing. दो तरह का digital divide है. One is infrastructure. मेरे पास equipment नहीं है, tool नहीं है access करने के लिए. Another one is I am having a tool but I cannot use it. मेरे पास skill नहीं है. So you have to identify whether your digital divide is infrastructural digital divide or a skill based. If this is a skill based divide, issue है ही नहीं, क्योंकि आपके कॉलेज में अगर 100 स्टूडेंट है तो उसमें 40 ऐसे होंगे जिनके पास डिजिटल स्किल होगी, उनकी मदद से आप उनकी डिवाइड को पूरा कर सकते हैं. बट सपोज यू आर हैविंग किसी स्टूडेंट के पास मोबाइल नहीं है,
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम,
that we send to the board, and then there is alumni keeps on interacting with the student through college, live.
then you can approach जहाँ से नेटवर्क मिलता है. अच्छा, if suppose you are having, मैं एक आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, और ऐसा नहीं जो एग्जांपल है बहुत लोगों ने किया. आपको ये लगता है कि बच्चे के पास मोबाइल नहीं है, और 10 बच्चे ऐसे जिनके पास मोबाइल नहीं, अगर स्मार्टफोन होता तो वो इसको कर लेते. आप सोसाइटी से कनेक्ट करिए. आजकल हर लोग जिसकी जेब में पैसा है 2 महीने में 2 साल में मोबाइल खर्च करके मैं पुराना मोबाइल फेंक देते हैं, नया मोबाइल ले लेते हैं. आपको थोड़ा एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा, आपका स्टूडेंट को, आपके टीचर्स को. आप सोसाइटी में जाइए कि आप फेंकिए मत, आप हमको दे दीजिए. अगर उसका 1000 रुपये आपको मिलता है, कॉलेज आपको 1000 रुपये देगा. यू कैन एक्वायर 10 स्मार्टफोन्स एंड यू कैन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट दोज स्मार्टफोन टू योर स्टूडेंट, और वो इतने अच्छे होते हैं कि वो उनको काम करेंगे. सो सर यू हैव टू गो फॉर इंटेलिजेंट सोल्यूशन, दैट आई कैन से. आपको कोई एजेंसी ग्रांट देगा सर, ऐसा नहीं होगा, बट टेक्नोलॉजी में आई कैन गिव यू. आप मेरे सामने कोई सिचुएशन लाओ, आई विल गिव यू रियल सोल्यूशन दैट आई कैन गेट. आप ये सब कर सकते हो नहीं. अगर मैंने ऐसा कुछ कहा हो, आप कंप्यूटर लैपटॉप में भी, लैपटॉप भी लोग 2-3 साल में बदल देते हैं. बस तो आप अपनी पॉलिसी बनाओ ना. आपकी पॉलिसी में ये लिखा होगा कि हमारे क्लास में जो बच्चा आएगा उसके पास ऐसा स्मार्टफोन होगा, उसके पास इतना इंटरनेट होगा, और हम उसमें खाली होगा नहीं, हम क्या व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू. सो सपोज ए स्टूडेंट इज ब्रिंगिंग मोबाइल, फॉर व्हाट पर्पज यू, व्हाट पर्पज दैट विल सॉल्व. वो आपके पॉलिसी में विजन स्टेटमेंट होना चाहिए, और वो स्टेट होगा.
Ultimately, we have to use technology because nowadays students have no interest in traditional system.
This is now every last week I was having a meeting of the State Higher Education Council. In India, every state has a State Higher Education Council, and every State Higher Education Council is headed by a chairman, vice chairman, so very seasoned. And our center every year organizes this workshop. So last week, 2 days we were in Hyderabad, and the question came, the online learning, and then there are 2-3 things that online learning is, who is taking online learning, and online learning will ruin education system. Then I asked 2 questions. मैंने कहा इस हाल में कोई भी ऐसा है जो ऑनलाइन नहीं यूज कर रहा? Everybody is using. When I have to search something, I am going to Google. I am learning these things. So everybody is using, and then sometimes people are saying that okay, this UGC server 40% credit you can acquire from online learning, but in online courses the pass out rate is 10 to 15%. और आप कोई 4 क्रेडिट का ऑनलाइन कोर्स अगर आप मुझे यकीन नहीं करते तो करके देखिए, आप उसको आधे में ही छोड़ देंगे. दैट इज सो रिगरस. you have to come up with so many assignments, you have to meet so many deadlines that it is very difficult to acquire 4 credits through an online course rather than acquiring 4 credits through a traditional course. तो इसकी चिंता करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि ऑनलाइन होगा तो सब गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. No, but we have to be very careful. We have to bring technology-enabled learning in a meaningful manner, and that's why the term is caution is qualitative. So quality is, we are not bringing technology. G20 countries are not advocating technology for the sake of technology. In your college, bring technology, but with caution and with your focus on quality, that I can say. It's okay, friends? Can we proceed?
Digital learning ecosystem.
Digital learning ecosystem. Okay.
Sir, can I probably suggest one more solution to?
sir, आपकी कॉन्फ्रेंस है सर.
नहीं. Sir,
ये
basically.
रचना मैम ने हमसे कहा ज़्यादा 1.5 घंटे से ज़्यादा नहीं बोलना है.
When these are similar firms, a lot of CSR funds which are pending, a lot of surplus is there, and the focus area is not this. So CSR funds focus on education sector is one domain area, which can actually get you a lot of funds for removing the digital divide if it is infrastructure.
Sir, there are many possibilities. You will think you will get no issue.
If there is a will, there is a way. It comes everywhere.
Okay. Sir is our savior. Yeah. Digital. The fourth one, building digital learning ecosystem. Yes, sir. Digital learning is basically an ecosystem, like I said, flipped learning. So now you are mandating, your policy is saying कि आपको जो भी बच्चे को बताना है, आप उसे पहले बता दीजिए, information दे दीजिए, and then use. The second thing is, you have heard now there is a one must sought 21st century teaching skill for any teacher. आप लोग कब उससे ऊपर उठ गए, कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल है, लेकिन टीचर्स के लिए 21st सेंचुरी में एक स्किल है जो आपको आनी ही चाहिए. If you have to excel in this 21st century, the skill is content curation. The name of skill is content curation. What do you mean by content curation? पहले लर्नर के सामने चैलेंज ये था, there were not such content, there were few content. But now plenty of content is available and plenty of content is available online. So as a teacher, your role is, you have to pick good content, recommend these content, but recommend these content with a commentary. Why to use that content and what purpose this content will fill up. आप उस पर जब एक छोटी कमेंट्री लिखते हैं कि सपोज आई एम रिकमेंडिंग अ वीडियो इन सोशल मीडिया, वी आर जस्ट गेटिंग ए वीडियो एंड शेयरिंग दिस इज नॉट कंटेंट क्यूरेशन. इफ आई एम वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो फर्स्ट, writing 3-4 lines why this video is good for a learner, and then raising 2-3 questions after watching this video, you have to do this. After watching this video, my expectation from you is this. Then this whole business is content curation. तो आप अपने टीचर्स को कह सकते हैं, एग्री कर सकते हैं कि हमें जो भी अच्छा कंटेंट लगेगा, we will recommend this content, but not only recommend with a commentary and with probable assessment. So this type of system, when you are bringing, I call it digital ecosystem, where one thing is connected to another. And suppose I am just going and I am saying, okay, आप ये वीडियो वॉच कर लीजिए. This is not a digital ecosystem. This is more individualistic. So we can build up a system where everything is in order and the ultimate thing is something meaningful is happening or coming at the end. खाली हमारे यहाँ टेक्नोलॉजी हम यूज कर रहे हैं, लेकिन मैं उससे पूछूं कि उसके बाद क्या हो रहा है, what is happening after that, we don't have any certain answer. And a digital ecosystem is where we are clearly knowing that at the end what is our expectation, where we are going. Okay? So, and then this is last, and then we will move to another area. Promoting open educational resources. Have you heard this name? Open educational resources? OER is abbreviation. Swayam sir is saying Swayam. MOOC basically not open educational resources. Okay, just 1-2 minute explanation and then we will move. आप बोर तो नहीं हो रहे? Are you feeling bored? Because you are not in habit of listening so much lectures. अच्छा ठीक है, it's okay. The moment you feel bored, just say. So open educational resources. Basically, every resource by default is a copyrighted resource. आप ये मेरा presentation देख रहे हैं. This presentation is a copyrighted presentation. So, but I can convert this presentation into open educational resource. Copyrighted resources, we have a special open license. We call it Creative Commons license. So when we are putting Creative Commons license into any resource, the resource is converting into open educational resource. And the good thing is in copyrighted resources में आप किसी की रिसोर्स की कॉपी नहीं कर सकते, उसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर सकते, उसे शेयर नहीं कर सकते, उसमें एडिट नहीं कर सकते. And sometimes you have to pay money for copyrighted resources. In open educational resources, मैंने आपको ये प्रेजेंटेशन दे दिया, आप 1000 लोगों को देना चाहें दे सकते हैं. I have no objection. So you can share, you can distribute, you can download, you can make copies. Sometimes even you can sell by taking my name. You can also edit, you can make changes. This is possible. And in all over the world, there are many open educational repositories. And very good quality content is available. So your college can look upon those repositories, go through those repositories and access good quality material and download. And Northeast and in other part, the good thing is, आपको कोई अंग्रेजी में अच्छा ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्स मिल गया, आप उसको असमीज में भी अनुवाद कर सकते हैं, कोई परमिशन की जरूरत नहीं. कॉपीराइट में आपको परमिशन लेनी पड़ेगी. ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्स में परमिशन सिर्फ ऑथर का नाम देना पड़ेगा और कोई परमिशन की जरूरत नहीं है. तो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि हमारे रीजनल लैंग्वेज में अगर एक टीचर हर अपनी ज़िंदगी में 2-3 अच्छी किताब का भी अनुवाद कर दे, नई ना भी लिखे, अच्छी किताब का अनुवाद कर दे अपनी भाषा में, दैट विल बी ए बिग सर्विस. तो आप सोच सकते हैं. सो यू कैन स्टार्ट प्रमोटिंग ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्सेज. इफ यू आर वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड, सो वी कैन conduct a workshop on this open educational resources as a whole. But so these are few ideas I thought about it, and you also have very much idea. But in a way, we have to think about promoting tech-enabled learning for bringing quality learning in our institution, and a quality learning where every learner is involved, every learner is on the table, and we are working together and going for quality education. So this is priority area 1. I will again repeat, education minister will come up with a statement, education working group is coming with a statement, but you can also think, okay, this is priority area for G20, so let's see how my college can contribute and how my college can promote tech-enabled learning. So priority area 2, building capacities, promoting lifelong learning in context of future of work. Will another relevant. What is lifelong learning? Name implies. Lifelong learning. Any idea what is lifelong learning? Literal meaning is you are learning. One is learning throughout life, this lifelong learning. But what is the meaning of a lifelong learning for a student?
Suppose I become a teacher and then I remain a student, so that I...
That is also lifelong learning, like you are attending this workshop. This is also part of lifelong learning. But in context of a student,
skills, so that he can make his life well.
You can see 3 terms in this criteria: building capacities. Building capacity, role number 1 of any education institution. Building capacities. Then promoting lifelong learning in context of future of work. रिसर्च ये कहती है कि आज हम जो सीख रहे हैं या आज अपने कॉलेजेस में आप जो सिखा रहे हैं वो उसको कल को काम में उतना नहीं आएगा। अगर उसे उसके बेसिस पे काम करना है तो उसे कुछ नया सीखना पड़ेगा। द नेचर ऑफ जॉब इज चेंजिंग एवरी टाइम। कुछ पुराने जॉब खत्म हो रहे हैं और नए जॉब आ रहे हैं। पहले घड़ी बनाने की अलग कंपनी होती थी, कैमरा बनाने की अलग कंपनी होती थी, किसी और चीज फोटोकॉपी करने की अलग कंपनी। अभी नाउ एवरीथिंग इज वन, क्योंकि अब एक नई डिवाइस आ गई, एवरीथिंग इज। तो नेचर ऑफ जॉब इज चेंजिंग एंड नेचर ऑफ जॉब इज चेंजिंग रैपिडली। तो वहां पर आपको बच्चे को सिखाना भी है और जब दोबारा उसको सीखना हो तब भी उसकी मदद करनी है। सो दिस थीम इज डीलिंग विद टू थिंग, बिल्डिंग कैपेसिटी एट इनिशियल स्टेज and helping learners to acquire new needed capacities at a later stage. So any idea ऐसा कैसे करेंगे अपने यहाँ? आपके कॉलेज में you are helping them to build capacities, no doubt about it. But any measures you are taking for promoting lifelong learning?
We have now started pending some skill-based subjects.
Skill-based subject. लेकिन वो तो सर एक ही बार सीख के, अगर दोबारा सीखना चाहे तो नाउ अगर दोबारा सीखने के लिए आना चाहे तो 10 साल बाद आपके पास आना चाहे, will you be ready to help that learner? Distance education, sir is saying distance education. Now in national education policy we are hiring a term academic bank of credit. So now you have to, and now sir you can divide a certificate program, you can divide a diploma program, you can give credits and any student at any stage. सिंगापुर में मैंने कहीं पे एग्जाम्पल पढ़ रहा था, तो वहाँ पे जब आप किसी यूनिवर्सिटी से स्टूडेंट बन के चले जाते हो, वो आपको बैक में आने का पास देते हैं कि आप 5 साल बाद 10 साल बाद फिर आके पढ़ना चाहो, कुछ सीखना चाहो, कुछ जानना चाहो तो हमारे यहाँ आ सकते हैं. You can learn something. Unfortunately, we are working on part 1, but we are not working on part 2. हमारे कैंपसेस नए लोगों के लिए तो हैं, पुराने लोगों के लिए नहीं है. But now policy is enabling you. Policy is talking about academic bank of credit. So maybe a student, you are offering a certificate course, and a student is coming who have graduated from your college or from any other college 10 years ago. That student can come, learn and earn credit. वो भी कर सकते हैं. So there are few suggestions. I have written 4 words. सर ये भी अगर आप अपने कॉलेज में आप करते होंगे, but if you focus on this will be a wonderful service. Skilling, re-skilling, up-skilling and multi-skilling of learners. Now the demand is not only skilling. We say skill India, खाली skill India से नहीं चलेगा. We need skilled India, re-skilled India, up-skilled India and multi-skilled India. Adopting measures, how you are taking measures, what measures you are taking, it's up to you. But your college must think about, a group of colleges must think about how we can, of course we will start with skilling. But there is a difference, skilling, re-skilling, up-skilling and multi-skilling. कहा गया ना, एल्विन टॉपलर ने कहा कि 21वीं सदी में अनपढ़ उनको कहा जाएगा जो लर्न, अनलर्न और रीलर्न नहीं है. 3 terms, learn, unlearn and relearn. अगर सर आपने एक बार लर्न कर लिया, एंड समटाइम दिस इज ए प्रॉब्लम विद टीचर्स, वो लर्न तो दे आर वेरी गुड इन लर्निंग, लेकिन पूरी जिंदगी कहते हैं जब तक पेंशन नहीं मिलेगी मैं अनलर्न नहीं करूंगा और रीलर्न का तो सवाल ही नहीं. नो दिस बिकॉज व्हाई 3 skills from teachers and 4 skills for learners: skilling, re-skilling, up-skilling and multi-skilling. So you have to, sir, you have to think कि आपके कॉलेज में the education system that is in practice in your education in your college, whether these 4 components are in order: skilling, re-skilling, up-skilling and multi-skilling. If these are in order, if these are present in your education system, your college is on the right track. But if these components are not in your system, then just think, sit with your colleague and think how we can design our curriculum, how we can change our teaching learning practices to bring these 4 components. But these 4 components are very much necessary. I hope you agree with me. Skilling, reskilling, upskilling and multi-skilling. Helping in creation of a future-ready workforce. If you go through a national education policy or any policy document, they always call, और ऐसी बहुत सी रिपोर्ट आती है जो कहती हैं कि हम कॉलेजेस में या यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में जिन बच्चों को तैयार करते हैं, they are not ready for the world of work. और जो वर्ड ऑफ वर्क है वो कहता है the graduates you are producing is of no or less use to us. So whether you are helping learners to meet the demand of industry or the society, so future ready workforce, this you have to think about, and bringing real world work opportunities for learners. I will humbly request you, please see whether you are really bringing real world work opportunities for learners. क्या आप उनको वो सीखने का मौका दे रहे हैं जो उनको वाकई सीखना चाहिए? If they are joining a profession, if they are joining an industry, if joining an organization, whether they are learning same set of tasks or skills. I am not saying that you are bringing industry in your college, but you can bring your student to the college, and now you can take help of technology. Just have a discussion with your colleagues that how your college can bring real world work opportunities for learners. सर करते हैं कुछ ऐसा आपके कॉलेज में, कभी डिस्कशन करते हैं इसको? Our college is very happy to complete the curriculum on time and go for examination.
Actually, because of the curriculum syllabus, you cannot go beyond that.
Sir, you can go beyond that. Of course, you have to complete, but you can go beyond that. This is good thing. A college principal can go beyond that. Of course, you have to first complete, but you can go beyond that, sir. Nobody is stopping you. You can, but you have to find ways, and you need support of your teachers, as I was saying. But college can. You can come up with some innovative solutions for that. But my humble request is try to think whether curriculum, of course, suppose you are an affiliated college, university is prescribing a curriculum, you cannot make change. But you can, in addition, you can bring something. Nobody is stopping you. That is your prerogative. That you can. Preparing flexible pathways to life learning. And national education policy is talking about flexible path, multiple entry, multiple exit, 40% credit from online. If you are leaving at first year, getting certificate, diploma. So flexible pathways of learning, and now national education policy is helping you to do that. So you can see how your college can provide flexible pathways to lifelong learning, and to lifelong learning. I said support a student of yours is coming back to you after 10 years, so then you can design some certificate courses, a specific need-based program, and you can tell them, okay, you can get enrolled in these programs, and then we will award you certificate and so. So you can think about preparing flexible pathways. This I will request, and if this is a takeaway from this slide, you have to focus on having industry academia linkage, industry institution linkage. And he was telling that in now big industries or established industries have a fund, corporate social CSR fund. So whether your college is having some collaboration with the local industry or nearby industry, if your college is having, try to increase such. And if your college is not having, my humble suggestion is just make a beginning. Think what you can bring. आप उनके साथ जुड़िए, उनको invite कर सकते हैं इंडस्ट्री के साथ. You can invite them for lectures, you can bring your student for visits. उनके साथ मिलके कुछ project कर सकते हैं, कुछ research कर सकते हैं. This culture is missing in our higher education system. I am a student of higher education, and with due humility I say, this culture, we are very much happy with our isolated spaces, and industry is very much happy with. So we have to. तो आप अगर उनके साथ जुड़ने की कोशिश करें, they will be very happy to continue. They will provide internship. They will also provide some stipend. आप वहाँ से एक्सपर्ट को बुलाइए. सम टाइम वी हैव ए प्रैक्टिस, बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज होगी तो उसमें सिर्फ एकेडमिक्स ही होंगे, प्रोफेसर, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर. You can invite academic expert from industry as an invited expert. Nobody in your IQC you can invite expert. उनको एक बार बोर्ड में साथ लेके आइए. They will feel very happy, they will feel empowered, and they will help you in very many ways. That I can say. But as college principal, this is a chance for you to go for that. Sir, you would like to?
Strong alumni academia linkage happening from that perspective also. Another thing, practice which we used to do, our professors used to do, which I try to copy in my classroom is, case studies is a conventional pedagogy which in any case we use. What our professors used to do was, they used to get the live industry people with live problems in the classrooms. Students were used to solve it, so it used to be a live hands-on experience, and immediately the industry experts knew the strength of a student. They offered various opportunities in terms of live projects, in terms of internships, that was from academia industry linkage.
आप पढ़िए ना, आपके यहाँ कॉमर्स है, कॉमर्स पढ़ाने में आप सोचिए एक दिन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को लेके आइए, एक दिन किसी बिजनेस वाले को लेके आइए, एक दिन पड़ोस के किराना स्टोर वाले को लेके आइए. वो आपको जिस दिन नरेट करेगा द स्टोरी, मैंने अपना किराना स्टोर कैसे एस्टेब्लिश किया, फंड कहाँ से लाया, मेरी किराना स्टोर पहले नहीं चलता था, अभी कैसे चल रहा है. द डे दैट पर्सन विल नैरोट द स्टोरी, आपका करिकुलम से ज्यादा लर्नर सीख जाएंगे. दैट आई बिलीव. बट हम कभी सोचते, हम असल में हम लोग थोड़ा बड़े हो गए, हम बड़ी चीजें सोचते हैं, छोटी चीजें खत्म करना. अरे बस बहुत बढ़िया. सो वी कैन थिंक अबाउट सच ब्रिंगिंग किराना स्टोर, एक कपड़े वाले की दुकान से किसी को लाई, इवन ए फ्रूट सेलर वेंडर, उसको भी लेके आइए ना. दैट पर्सन विल आल्सो फील एम्पावर्ड, दैट पर्सन विल बी पार्ट ऑफ आवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम, and that person will bring the real world knowledge to our classroom. That we can do. लेकिन मुझे पता नहीं हम ऐसा क्यों नहीं करते सर. I don't know. Sir is very experienced. You people are very experienced. ये मुझे लगता है कि हम छोटी छोटी चीजें करते क्यों नहीं हैं. As a college principal हमें रोकता कौन है ये करने से?
तो किया है सर.
नहीं करा है सर, तो मैं सैल्यूट करता हूँ, लेकिन बहुत जगह नहीं भी होता है. तो ऐसा हम और बढ़ा सकते हैं. The intensity we can increase. And this is industry academia linkage. कई बार इंडस्ट्री वर्ड आते ही लगता है कि कोई बहुत 1 करोड़ से टर्नओवर वाली इंडस्ट्री को लाना है. वो जो 2 लाख कमा रहा है, जो 2000 भी कमा रहा है, वो भी इंडस्ट्री, उसको भी लेके आइए. सो दिस इज माय हम्बल सजेशन.
Our concept is always with
Yes, and this is more idealistic, enabling human-centered, intergeneration, anticipatory policies targeting the future of work. But my preference is ensuring industry academia linkage, and I define industry in my own way. So the third is, and we are coming to the end, just we have 10 to 15 minutes, and this is the last slide. I think I like to say the last priority area is, we have discussed priority area number 2, priority area number 3, and now priority area number 4 is strengthening research and promoting innovation through richer collaborations. 3 words: strengthening research, promoting innovation, and richer collaboration. Thanks to Professor Singh, you got an opportunity for collaboration. So what we can do, of course, I have been told that most of the colleges here are UG colleges, but when we are talking about research is not means acquiring a PhD degree. Research is something different. Research is something unique. Research की जैसे learning की हमने एक सरल सी परिभाषा ली, उसी तरह से रिसर्च की भी कोई सरल परिभाषा है क्या? A very simple definition of research, so everybody can understand. सर कुछ मदद करिए ना, आपने लर्निंग में तो मेरी मदद कर दी थी. Now you are not helping me. Any simple definition everybody can understand. Research. सर ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं. सर ऐसा मैंने एक बार डिफिनेशन बता दी, एक बच्चा बोला सर अपनी चाबी रख के भूल जाओगे तो बार बार ढूंढोगे तो आप रिसर्च कर रहे हो.
Sir, searching existing knowledge for creating new knowledge.
वो थोड़ी है, there are many definitions. So
problem solving process.
for
looking into a method very intensively, deeply.
Sir, I was facing this problem. I was explaining research, I was teaching research to my students. And then I coined a definition, I think this will work. I coined a definition and my students were happy. I am narrating this definition to you. Very simple. I use 4 P's and so I have given a definition like anything helping in or helping in improvement or build up of policies, practices, products and processes. Policies, practices, product and processes, that is a research. 4 चीजों को बेहतर कोई बनाए या नया बनाए, वो जो करते हैं, that is research. This definition I have given and my students were very happy with this definition. Policies, practices, products and processes. और इसमें जो रचना ने कही वो definition भी आएगी, सर ने कहा वो भी आ जाएगी. Research is basically meant for helping in policies, practices, products and processes, and sometimes people say that the one main goal of research is to generate new knowledge, and when we are improving policies or bringing a new policy or practice, a product, a process, we are generating new knowledge as well. So these 4 we define. So strengthening research. So when I am talking about strengthening research, I am not talking about acquiring a PhD degree or DD degree. No, I am talking about helping in improving or coming up with new policies, practices, product and processes. So, as college principal, your role will be to facilitating researcher. That researcher can be your faculty and that researcher can be your student. जरूरी नहीं है आपका स्टूडेंट भी रिसर्चर है और आपका फैकल्टी भी आपका रिसर्चर है. So how you can help them? आप उनको कैसे मदद कर सकते हैं? कुछ फंडिंग दे सकते हैं क्या? उनको काम करने के लिए एक स्पेस दे सकते हैं क्या? उनको रिसर्च करनी है क्या? उनको कुछ अलग से लीव दे सकते हैं क्या? This is also an enabler. Then next is reducing barriers to research. हमारे यहाँ रिसर्च में barrier, our teachers, our researchers, our students are facing so many barriers to research. क्योंकि रिसर्च से वो कहते हैं कि आपको तो करिकुलम पूरा करना है. सो वी डोंट नेवर जनरेट ए फीलिंग ऑफ रिसर्च. वी आर नॉट एबल टू कम अप विद ब्रिंगिंग ए रिसर्च कल्चर एमंग आवर स्टूडेंट. सो आप देखिए, आप सर यू हैव टू सिट एंड यू हैव टू सी लाइक डिजिटल डिवाइड व्हाट टाइप ऑफ बैरियर्स योर कोलीग्स और योर स्टूडेंट इन फेसिंग टू ब्रिंग मीनिंगफुल रिसर्च. और दुनिया की जो बेहतरीन रिसर्च हुई है वो ऐसे लोगों ने की है जिनके पास दुनिया में कोई रिसर्च की डिग्री नहीं थी. जिन्होंने रिसर्च की डिग्री मिली उन्होंने बहुत कम ऐसी रिसर्च की है जिसमें दुनिया बदली है, और जिनके पास रिसर्च की कोई डिग्री नहीं थी उन्होंने दुनिया बदलने वाली रिसर्चेस ज़्यादा की है. सो जस्ट रिड्यूस बैरियर्स, equitable access to research and innovation opportunities. In some colleges, sometime a complaint is coming. Okay, we have a very good lab, research lab, but only few researchers or few faculty members are allowed to use it. So you can see how you can come up with an environment, you can come up with a facility where everyone is allowed to work on and to contribute. So ensuring equitable access to research and innovation opportunities, this is very important. And after, when your program is ending? Tomorrow. So after going back, if you are in contact with some of the colleagues you met here, you are talking to them, you are in touch with them, and you are doing something together, this is a collaboration. So you can think about how you can bring national and international partnership, even local partnership, even regional partnership, and partnerships matter for research. And that's why industry institute partnership is also very good. आप कुछ करते हैं और इंडस्ट्री कुछ करती है. Like recently I told that I was in Hyderabad and they have this innovation hub. तो वहाँ पर वो किसी के मन में कोई आइडिया आता है, वो आते हैं और उस आइडिया पे काम करते हैं, उनकी मदद करते हैं और वो स्टार्टअप शुरू करते हैं. So you can think how you can come up with some partnership to help your learners to innovate, help your learners to go for research, help your learners to go for startup. You can think about that. You can also do this. Like in technology, I advocated for making a policy of technology use. I will also say that just sit with your colleagues and have 2-3 priority areas of research for your institution. That can be socially relevant research, that can be sustainable development related research, that can be physical sciences related research, that can be anything, but you have to sit together and set your priority areas for research. And of course, research needs funding, research needs investment, and research needs collaboration. So you have to think how you can prioritize research, how you can bring investment, how you can bring collaboration, and how you can acquire funding for your institution. So in a way, G20 is giving you four areas, but and fourth area is also important, foundational literacy. But 3 areas you are in direct touch. The one is technology enabled learning, second one is lifelong learning and making your learners future ready, and the third is promoting research and innovation. So as college principals, your table is full, you have to set your house in order, you have to sit with your colleagues, and you have to think, okay, in technology enabled learning our college will go in this way. Regarding lifelong learning we will have this way, and regarding promotion of research, this will be our strategy. So thank you so much from my side. I tried my best to give you a glimpse of G20 and then what are priority areas. But the most important thing is, as college principal, I can see you are the best person to help India emerge as an educational leader in this country. And I know I am also a teacher. So I know colleges face several difficulties, resource crunch, policies, bureaucracy, so many issues. No need to say, but we have to carve out our pathways, and sometimes we can come up with some intelligent solution, and we have to. I will just say. So you can come up with innovative solutions, and the good thing is, just take industry and society on board, and then you can do wonders in your college, and your college will always remember you as a wonderful college principal, that I can say. Sir, foundational literacy is just 1 minute. Our education system is 10 plus 2 plus 3, where 10 plus 2 is the school sector and plus 3 is the higher education sector. But now national education policy is saying our new structure will be, school education structure will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So you can see, okay, 5 plus 3 8 plus 3 11 and plus 4 15, and earlier it was 10 plus 2 12 years. तो आपको ये लगेगा कि अरे तो 3 साल एजुकेशन बढ़ा दी. नो, the 3 years we go for pre-primary education, but pre-primary जो हम KG, nursery इस तरह के classes करते हैं, that are not part of our formal schooling system now. But National Education Policy 2020 is bringing that pre-primary education into the picture. So जो शुरुआत के 5 साल है, they call it foundational stage. And so in this foundational stage, what will be the foundational literacy, how we can promote it, how we can. It's okay, sir? This is just a short answer. So this structure is sometimes there is a confusion कि पहले तो 12 साल स्कूल शिक्षा होती थी, अभी 15 साल की हो गई. नहीं, पहले भी 15 होती थी. Lot of students जो गांव में रहते थे, they go for आंगनबाड़ी and something else, then they get admitted in class 1, and our system recognizes education from class 1. But now this system will also recognize pre-primary. So the schooling years will be. Thank you so much. I enjoyed a lot, and I got so many good friends, and I am grateful to Professor Prem Singh ji, Rachna ji for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Now I have so many friends in Assam, Tripura, Manipur, Uttarakhand, Delhi. So thank you so much.